Well, good morning, everybody. And TGIF, if you're as tired as I am, I'm Jordan Chavez.
Jordan stayed up late for that game, and I'm Erica Lopez. Chris Bianchi did too. I think pretty much everyone in the studio did, Chris. Hopefully you've got some good news in the forecast for us, at least this Friday morning.
You know, it's tough, Jordan, it's tough staying up late and then watching him lose, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know, but I want to remind everybody, unfortunately, that was your forecast yesterday.
Oh, yeah, you did. Put a bad omen on the Broncos.
You know, I got this whole predicting the future thing down. Maybe we should look into that. But in the meantime, for today, on the weather side of things, in terms of predicting the future, temperatures in the upper 20s for us here in Denver right now. We'll get some things wrong, trust me. But we do have some light winds out there at the moment. And the main weather impact for today, a lot of teens and 20s at the moment, but those temperatures are going to be really warm for us later on today. We're going to be getting up into the mid-50s by about noon under sunsplash skies. Maybe a few mountain wave clouds this morning, otherwise mostly sunny, and a high temperature of 62 degrees for us. Our average for today is 43. Our record for today is 69. We're not too far away from that daily record. Highs today, how about this? Again, we are just hours away from the official start of winter. At 2:21 a.m. is the winter solstice, so we're about 21 and a half hours away from the winter solstice, a little less than that, and that will mark winter, but it's going to feel more fall-like as we head over the next few days with those temperatures mainly topping out in the low 60s for us with lots of sunshine. That said, in the mountains, we get some snow starting there probably on Sunday night. It'll last through most of next week. I'll have details on how much snow you can expect and a full look at that 7-day forecast, including maybe a little rain snow for us in Denver on Christmas Day. That's coming up for you in just a couple minutes. Guess that things over to Brianna now for a first look at traffic.
Chris, thank you so much for those heading out the door right now. Taking a live look from I-225 and Yosemite Street, where you could see both directions right now, whether you're heading up to I-70 or I-25. Right now, traffic there is flowing nicely. So I do want to switch things over to our main maps real quick and zoom into the I-270 corridor. For those heading out the door, we are seeing slowdowns right now because there is construction happening. So this is along I-270 between 76 and Brighton Boulevard. So that right lane from I-25 heading into I-270 into I-70, you're going to see that partially blocked. Right now, you're looking at a 7-minute drive. For those in Commerce City, westbound 76, you're looking at an 11-minute drive, not looking bad at all. Same story for those taking westbound 36, Denver to Boulder, a nice 18-minute drive.
Anna, thank you. Today, a former child custody investigator accused of faking credentials to get a job with state agencies is set to be arraigned. 57-year-old Shannon McShan faces 15 felony charges. According to an indictment, McShan lied to state agencies and judicial officers over the course of 6 years about having a PhD in psychology from a university in the UK. This allowed her to become a licensed psychologist and addiction counselor through the Colorado Department of Regulatory Agencies. Prosecutors say McShan used those credentials to get several positions with the state, including a child investigator. She was arrested on September 5th in Texas and extradited back to Colorado. Her arraignment is set to start at 8:30 this morning in Denver.
Also happening today, the man facing charges in a police pursuit that ended on Folsom Field in Boulder is set to be arraigned. This happened back in September. Police say that Carl Haglund hit 2 cars, a street sign, a tree, and almost hit people. Boulder police backed off the chase until campus police spotted him. The chase ended on the 40-yard line at Folsom and caused up to $150,000 of damage to the field. Haglund's arraignment is set for 8:15 this morning in Boulder. Our Lauren Scafidi will have more on this coming up at 6:30.
A teenager convicted of shooting and killing 4 students at a high school in Michigan will not be resentenced. Yesterday, a judge denied Ethan Crumbly's request to be resentenced and withdraw his guilty plea. Crumbly killed 4 students and hurt 7 others at Oxford High School in 2021. He pleaded guilty to more than 20 charges, including 4 counts of first-degree murder. Crumbly was 16 years old at the time. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole last year. Crumbly's appellate attorneys argued that he didn't understand his trial rights when he pleaded guilty. But in his ruling, the judge wrote Crumbly's guilty plea was, quote, unknowingly, voluntarily, and accurately given.
In Denver, DPS is using AI to try and prevent a tragedy from happening here. A program called Lightspeed monitors students' Google's accounts on district-issued devices for concerning messages. It flags everything from self-harm to bullying and threats of violence. If the AI spots something concerning, it alerts the Lightspeed team. A human with that company will check it out, and if it's a big enough concern, they'll call DPS's dispatch. So far, the school year, DPS says that they have contacted more than 500 students about what Lightspeed found. The district says about 10% of those were an imminent threat to the student or someone else.
It's tough to quantify how many of those incidents would have ended in somebody actually getting hurt. But again, that's why we err on the side of caution.
Lightspeed tracks and translates multiple languages. They also update to follow new slang for kids.
Deportations out of the U.S. were at the highest level in nearly a decade last fiscal year. A new report shows the Biden administration deported 271,000 people between October 2023 and September of this year. President-elect Donald Trump made mass deportations a core aspect of his campaign, but his Borders Are pick, Tom Homan, said he'll need funding from Congress to make it happen. Manpower and resources have been a major hurdle to deportations in the past.
Police think that the group of thieves breaking into the homes of professional athletes might have targeted the mother of Celtics star Jaylen Brown. Police believe that someone tried to break into her home this week. They say that they found a broken window, but nothing inside the home was taken. There were people inside the home when this happened. Police believe that the thieves thought the home was Brown's. The homes of NFL players Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Joe Burrow have been broken into recently as well.
In the last year, the U.S. population grew at the fastest rate in more than 20 years. This is according to the U.S. Census Bureau. New data shows the U.S. population increased almost 1% this year, or by 3.3 million people, putting the total number over 340 million. 2.8 million of those were immigrants. The South saw the most population growth, increasing by 1.8 million people. The Midwest was the slowest growing region overall, gaining about 410,000 people.
Coloradans will be able to undergo therapy involving magic mushrooms starting next year, but it won't come cheap. Psilocybin treatment could cost thousands of dollars per session, and it won't be covered by insurance. The state is charging business owners $6,000 to open healing centers. Renewal fees will then climb to more than $10,000 by 2027. The owner of a healing center that will open at the corner of 14th and Blake in downtown Denver says those costs will be passed along to participants.
Because at the end of the day, if people can't access it, what's the point of the program? So I think in the beginning, it's really getting it out there as easily as we can to those who need it most, and then figuring out what to do from there.
To put things in perspective, the $10,500 renewal fee is about 5 times as expensive as the fee to renew a license at a dispensary and more than 20 times as expensive as a liquor license. The big difference here is that the other businesses generate tax revenue and healing centers will not.